For more than 43 years, the Gulf Cooperation Council, or GCC, has proven to be an integral organization in the Middle East and the entire world. Through its economic cooperation, its role in strengthening the bond of the Gulf states and indeed the Arab world, the Gulf Cooperation Council has and continues to have a positive role on the regional and international scene. 43 years have passed since the Gulf Cooperation Council was created, marking the most successful integration experiment in the region and constituting a core pillar of security and stability. Founded on May 25, 1981, the GCC remains to be the most significant regional entity that has managed to notch up numerous gains for the interest of its countries and peoples. On May 25, 1981, the leaders of the United Arab Emirates, the Kingdom of Bahrain, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Sultanate of Oman, the State of Qatar, and the State of Kuwait met in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, where they reached a cooperative framework, joining the 6 countries to effect coordination, integration, and interconnection among the member countries in all fields in order to achieve unity. The decision was not a product of the moment, but an institutional embodiment of a historical, social, and cultural reality. Deep religious and cultural ties link the 6 countries, and strong kin relations prevail among their citizens.
Well, we are extremely proud and honored with this institution, with our Gulf Cooperation Council. The establishment of the Gulf Cooperation Council by the founding fathers, the 6 leaders back then, has rooted for certain development that occurred regionally and internationally then in 1981. The founding fathers evaluated the political horizon. They looked at the history, they looked at the present back then, and they were foreseeing the future for the GCC. So to this end, they came up with a conclusion that this GCC, this cooperation, this unity, this institution was then essential and would be also essential for the future. So basically, we're extremely proud and honored that our founding father came up with that institution that has been proven since 1981 until now to be the most important, the most active, the most productive regional institution in all of our region. It has been proven that it has provided its nationals, the Gulf nationals in the 6 countries with so many aspects of integration. Our main own goal, active goal, is to reach this total integration in every aspect possible. To this end, I come back to your question about what have we achieved. In every single aspect, whether the GCC citizen feels it or doesn't feel it, we have been integrated in many different aspects: politically, security, military, media, social, justice, education, health. Every single aspect that you can think about, the GCC has been working on since 1981. We've even moved toward achieving aspects that have been emerged that did not exist in 1981. Digitalization, digital economy, dealing with COVID, climate change, social media threats. So these are challenges that we have been also trying to deal with it from a collective GCC aspect. So there are so many achievements which I am, as a GCC citizen, very proud of that we have achieved. The most recent, the most tangible aspect that we are so proud of is our electricity grid, the unity of our electricity grid that connects the six the countries with an electricity grid that provides each country that lacks some sort of electricity, one country can provide it with it. We are so connected with each other in this electricity grid that we have now moved toward a project that we are conducting as we speak now with our brothers in Iraq, where we will provide southern Iraq with electricity through Wafra, Kuwait. So we're in a status where we can be very proud of ourselves that we have achieved the goals that have been set by our founding fathers to reach this integration in every single aspect.
As you can see, the institution has been there for a long time, since 1976. At that time, it has contributed in introducing so many programs like Iftah Ya Simsim, Open Sesame and Salamatic, and all these strong legacy since that time. And during the latest stage, 2021, the institution has launched a new strategy, which is derived from the information ministries of the GCC, and try to cooperate with the GCC their needs to make sure that the tradition and the customs to be introduced the right way. The great advantage of the GCC has a common, especially in the tradition and the customs. So it was easy for us to introduce so many programs that helps the community of GCC. So from that time, from the time of we launching our strategy, we try to make sure that all our programs to cooperate and to ensure what kind of programs that we are giving, and we have contributed, especially in their campaigns. Most campaigns are socially targeting our children, targeting the society, targeting our youth, and alhamdulillah, successfully we have introduced so many things, especially the awareness in terms of like safety and security, bullying campaigns. These campaigns were introduced the past 2 years, and we are coming up with a mega shows very soon in June, inshallah.
The GCC's basic objectives are to effect coordination and integration, to deepen and strengthen relations, links, and areas of cooperation, to stimulate scientific and technological progress in the fields of industry, mining, agriculture, water, and animal resources, to establish scientific research, to establish joint ventures, and encourage cooperation by the private sector for the good of their peoples. Over the past 4 decades, the GCC March has witnessed major achievements in various fields that have positively reflected on the people of the GCC member countries and have met their economic, political, military, and security ambitions. Thanks to the wisdom and vision of its leaders, the GCC has managed to prove itself as a strong framework for collective security and defense, for protecting and safeguarding its country's gains and addressing all the risks and perils.
We are very proud of our status regionally and internationally. We are considered by everybody as a reliable partner. We are considered by everybody with countries that have true credibility, genuine credibility, a foreign policy that is not conditioned, a foreign policy that has one aim mainly, which is reaching peace, security and stability regionally and internationally. We are engaged with everybody to try to reach out with everybody to look and seek and achieve de-escalation in regional issues and international issues. You can go all over the world and see any escalation, any conflict. You will find that the GCC is there, is present in a very positive way, is engaged in a way to try to resolve the issue in a manner that will bring a win-win situation for everybody. So we are engaged in a very positive way. Just a recent example for you on how we are being perceived by the international community as a reliable partner. In 2023, the Gulf Cooperation Council, as an institution, held 2 summits with 2 different regions at the level of heads of state. We hosted our friends from Central Asian countries, so the leaders of the GCC and the leaders of the Central Asian countries met in the first summit ever in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. That was July 2023. In October 2023 also, the leaders of the GCC hosted the leaders of the ASEAN countries, the 13 ASEAN countries, all came also to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where we held our first summit with the ASEAN. That's at a level of the leaders in 2023. At the level of foreign ministers and other ministers, ministers of trade, we had enormous numbers of joint ministerial meetings with the United States, the European Union, Russia, ASEAN, Central Asia, Arab countries, the UK, Japan. You know, I can't really remember all of them. So this is another testament of the international community trust of the GCC countries, the international community's will and wish to continue its partnership with the GCC countries in every aspect, not necessarily political coordination, but we are also engaged with these countries at trade level, economic, security, digitalization, energy diversification. We are very happy with our partnerships with many of the international community groups. This month, May, I was instructed by the Ministerial Council to visit our friends in the Caribbean countries. There is a group of 27 countries in the Caribbean countries called the ACS, the Association of Caribbean States. They held their annual ministerial meeting, and I was instructed by the 6th Foreign Minister of the GCC to visit them and to engage with them and to open partnership with them in every aspect. We've signed a memorandum of understanding with the ACS last September in New York, a memorandum of understanding that covers many aspects of cooperation. And this year I went to them in Suriname, and I met with the 27 foreign ministers of the ACS, and we continued the discussion of cooperation, and we are going to be engaged with them in the next 3 months. So this is giving you these examples just to show you how regionally and internationally we are well established as GCC countries?
Actually, we have just done a mega project that was assigned to us from the information ministries of GCC, called Jazeerat al-Dhat, which is the classic Arabic Dhat island, and it's a mega project. We are utilizing puppeteers and to be entertaining the children. At the same time, it has so many values that could be given to our children. This is one of them. The second one, we are targeting our youth, called Six Guys. It's a very, I would say, light comedy with giving so many values to the GCC youth, and the story is six guys which represent the six GCC studying in the United States and facing some problems and facing some incidents, nice incidents. At the end of the day, it gives the main value that we are targeting.
In terms of media, several achievements have been made in this regard, mainly including a media code of ethics, a media strategy and cooperation in television, press, and news agencies. In relation to regional and international cooperation, the Gulf entity has played an effective role in promoting and strengthening its cooperative relations with Arab and foreign countries, along with regional and global groups and organizations. Today, the GCC Secretariat employs more than 1,000 staff from the 6 member countries and hosts the main policy-making divisions of the organization. Its work is aided by about 30 specialized entities that deal with specific issues. There are economic organizations such as standards, patents, intellectual property, and investment, as well as military and security organizations. Since its inception in May of 1981, the GCC has undoubtedly accomplished much of what it set out to do 4 decades ago. Economic tools such as the Free Trade Area, which was set up in 1983, the Customs Union, and the Common Market have created great interactions between member countries. Today, the combined GCC GDP is about $1.6 trillion, an 8-fold increase over 1981. Other significant achievements were also made, including the establishment of the Unified Military Command in November of 2018 and the GCC Police Force in 2014.
We're very proud of the Kingdom of Bahrain hosting the last Arab Summit in Manama, the first time ever to be hosted by the Kingdom of Bahrain, and we congratulate them on a well done job on organizing the summit at a strategic aspect, but also we congratulate the Kingdom of Bahrain on managing the summit that came out with very important decisions and resolutions that fall into the joint Arab work, joint Arab actions, decisions and resolutions that pave the way towards convincing the international community to help with resolving the Gaza issue, the Palestinian issue, reaching a 2-state solutions. So we're very proud of the outcome of the last Arab Summit. As we 6 GCC countries have really done so much for our Arab brothers. You can just look around us and measure the assistance, the support the GCC countries have provided to our brothers in Iraq, to our brothers in Yemen, to our brothers in Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, Libya, Sudan. We have been engaged in a very positive way in order to help these countries with their conflicts, with their problems, with their challenges. The GCC country would never stop providing all kind of assistance and support at different levels to all these countries. We are engaged with them in every single aspect possible to help resolve the problem. We just want to make sure that when we are there in a positive way, in a way that contributes in a positive way to help resolve the whatever conflict, whatever challenges these countries face. We are extremely proud of our cooperation and assistance to our brothers in the Arab world.
Successfully, last year, we have introduced safety and security that was assigned by Ministry of Interiors for GCC Ministry of Interiors, and it's giving mainly to the society regarding drugs, regarding bullying, regarding some natural catastrophes, and mostly the driving while using the mobiles. And it was launched last January, and the feedback was extremely good.
The GCC Charter states that the basic objectives are to have coordination, integration, and interconnection between member countries in all fields, strengthening ties between their peoples, formulating similar regulations in various fields such as economy, finance, trade, customs, tourism, legislation, administration, as well as fostering scientific and technical progress in industry, mining, agriculture, water and animal resources, and establishing scientific research centers, setting up joint ventures, and encouraging cooperation of the private sector. The GCC comprises of some of the fastest growing economies in the world, mainly due to an increase in the oil and natural gas revenues, coupled with a building and investment boom backed by reserves. The structure of the GCC consists of the Supreme Council, the Ministerial Council, and the Secretariat General, which is located in the city of Riyadh, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I would like at the end of this interview to affirm how proud personally I am of this institution of the Gulf Cooperation Council. I believe that when the founding fathers created this very important institution, they saw something that nobody else saw. They saw the future. They saw the importance of our unity as 6 nations. They made sure that the charter of the GCC is a comprehensive charter that covers every single aspect possible that reaches toward the Gulf Cooperation Council nations, the 6 nations. They made sure that they concentrate on the human beings. They made sure that the Gulf Cooperation Council's committee reach out to the people of the GCC. So we are very proud as an institution, as the Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council, very proud that we in all of our committees work towards the well-being of the establishment of the countries, of the institutions, however, we are also working towards making sure that the GCC people have reached a level of standard that is matching the international community. We are in top 10 in every single aspect: education, health, development, economy. We are very proud of what we have reached. Numbers provide the true status. Our economies combined together, our GDP is 2.2 trillion US dollars. We are number 9 economy collectively in the world. Collectively, we control 30%, a little bit over 30% of the sovereign fund budget of the international community. So 1/3 of the whole international community foreign investment is owned by the Gulf Cooperation Council. We are a reliable partner in energy. We are a reliable partner as financial hub. We are supporter of the environment, and COP28 was hosted by the GCC. Expo 2030 will be in Saudi Arabia. The Agriculture Expo was in Doha last year. So we are very proud of what we have achieved, and there is so much that we can provide. There is so much we can achieve. Collectively, we are invincible, and the sky is the limit for us.
Honestly, we have a plan, and this plan was presented to the Ministries of Information in the GCC, and it was agreed that there was a decree that any GCC program has to be done by this institution. That was a great honor to serve the GCC community, and we have, inshallah, the plan for the next 12 months to be represented and contribute specifically our community.
A council which was formed 43 years ago with the vision for a stronger Gulf has witnessed strength and unity and cooperation for sustainability and development. The bond between the brotherly countries of the GCC, the State of Kuwait, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, the Kingdom of Bahrain, the State of Qatar, and the Sultanate of Oman remains stronger than ever as the GCC citizens look forward to an even brighter future.